Alright, welcome back everyone. Next Denmark game, yep. Alright, so I named the game that is happening right now game number 4, but it's it's actually not being that much of the number 4 game, because if you if you consider that pretty much all Denmark games are happening like between now and 2 hours from now, it's it's a lot. So the score might evolve during the game, as before the previous game, that is, if I'm correct, not over yet, finished, it was 2-0 for Denmark. May have changed during the game, but I put the score for just some reference. Okay. Anyway, before I start with the lists, you can bet by using the Twitch chat prediction that you have on the upper corner of your Twitch chat. You can bet for your preferred color, faction, player, country, list, ship, painting, whatever. I see that the Millennium Falcon has some Denmark flag on it, looking really nice. So I did not see who has initiative though. Go show them whose mother waves the black wool. That sounds like a really good support speech. Okay, I can see now. So this is Mads having initiative. So Mads is the one that shows because his list. Oh, this is what I forgot about. I was pretty sure I forgot about a thing. At least this was this. Right. So Mads did get to choose who has initiative and chose to give himself. Let me also update the colors as I will be presenting you the lists we have for our last game of the night. So this is Denmark against Serbia. We've got a resistance mirror matchup. On the left, you've got Matt playing for Denmark. He is playing the well-known Re Zizi Tally. So Re is equipped with Corcela that allows to basically get rid of every stress if you execute a blue maneuver. So as it happens after you fully execute a blue maneuver, you get to go on the debris clouds and to avoid those. I mean, you take the stress and then you remove it. So then you've got Rose Tico. When you defend or perform an attack, you may spend one of your results to acquire a lock, and this is a combo with Finn that allows you to add a blank to your roll if you are in the front arc attack. So you may add a blank, then spend the blank to have a target lock, etc., etc. You know the thing. You've got also raised the Millennium Falcon title. If you have 2 or fewer stress tokens, you may execute sloops or rotates or boosts even while stressed. After that, you've got ZZ Glow, initiative. I mean, the whole list is initiative 5 for Denmark. ZZ Glow with heroic cluster missiles. So if you've got 2 ships at range 0-1 of each other and in range of the cluster missiles, you can ignore the target lock requirement to perform a bonus attack against the ship that is at range 0-1 of his buddy. Advanced optics that pretty much guarantees that those A-wings are going to hit with 2 hits per attack. So ZZ's ability is quite strong. You can spend a charge after attacking or defending to get another focus or evade token. And the A-Wings, obviously, with their power, they cannot rotate out of front or back arc, and after having executed any action, they can boost, red boost, or red rotate. And then you've got Talisan Lintra with heroic as well, marksmanship, a hit becomes a crit in the bullseye, and Proton Rockets, which is a 5 dice attack with a focus requirement in the bullseye, and only one charge. So Tali's ability is basically if you have the ship that attacks a friend in your bullseye, you may spend your recurring charge. If you do, the defender rolls an additional die. Alright. Let me catch up some message. Stand 2-1 now, game 3 is over. Alright, so I'll update that. It is... it should be this. Going to 1. Am I correct? I am. Hello all, what a time to be alive. So many X-Wing matches to be watched. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Also, I am sorry for those range rulers around the board. I believe I am the only one to see them, as players seem not to care about them so much, so I'm afraid I can't not do anything about that. I am sorry for the inconvenience, but we will have to deal with those pretty much the whole game. So apologies for that, but I cannot do anything with it. Alright, and on the other side of the board, we've got Ranko Zeremski with another resistance list, and this one is known as well. It is the little swarm with Rose Tico. Basically very strong when attacked with friendly ship in the attacker's arc or attacking with friendly ship in her attack arc, because she can reroll up to any number of dice with any number of friendly ship, as I mentioned. So basically, if you've got some focus, you may be able to do always those two. Oh, but they... Okay, so they were seeing the things as well, so it is now done. The range rulers are away. So anyway, that was Rose. Finn is carrying heroic, so Finn can add a blank or strain himself to add a focus result to the roll, and he has heroic. The red squadron expert is an initiative 3 X-Wing with heroic and obviously the foils. It seems like Ranko did not even try and put those jamming beams, knows that he won't need them. Anyway, you've got then Jessica Pava, also initiative 3. She's got the wings and she's got the ability to reroll any number of dice for any number of allies at range 0 to 1 from her, whether it's in attack or defense, and it is a recurring charge. And finally, you've got the Lieutenant Bastian. It is an initiative 2 this time, so moving at the same initiative as Finn. And then his ability is quite strong actually. Looks a bit like the one of Lieutenant Rivas from the First Order. After a ship at range 1 to 2 is dealt a damage card, you may acquire a lock on that ship. It works only at range 1 to 2, but still, it is quite a strong ability. Alright, so lists are presented. Hello! Hello, Vuk. Welcome. Alright, so I believe you did not want to bet so much. You have just a little time if you want to, but it's going to be short. Anyway, that doesn't really matter if you don't want to. You are not forced to do anything. Alright, so looking at the board state right now, looks like you've got a decent space to move for the for the resistance, for the little swarm of Serbia. Quite enough space to choose between going straight, going to the left, or anything. And for Ray, you might be able to see, as I can as well, the little route on the left, but then again, if I can see that so clearly, it probably means that Ranko is also seeing that. So you might want to avoid jousting the swarm. Maybe it's not that good of an idea. And it seems like we are going on the next turn. I believe this is turn 3 now. So a bunch of too hard for everyone. Everyone has white too hard on Ranko's side. Oh, but the Red Squadron expert, do not uh, confuse that with the fact that he is in fact green, but this is a Red Squadron expert. He chose to go bank and boost after that. I mean, why not? He's going to be a bit separated from his friend on the next turn, but alright, so Ray is doing the 3 sloop, could boost after that, as she's got the title that allows her to do so. Maybe you want to, actually. That's not that bad, because you basically are putting the swarm in a bit of an odd position, because they are forced to bank next turn, and you can like go fast, clear stress. So let's see what Mads chooses to do, and then we will have to take care of the A-Wings, the important pieces in this game. So Mads chose to bring cluster missiles on ZZ instead of the Proton rocket that you often see on those high initiative A-Wings. Cluster is really strong on ZZ because you can, for example, target lock, boost, and like shoot the first ship, get a focus, sorry, shoot the second ship with a focus. So basically you can spend the target lock on the first shot and then get a bonus shot from the cluster missiles by using the focus that you just received by attacking, which is very good looking. You can like also have your, I mean that works for Tali as well, but it's kind of like a bit more complicated because it's only on the bullseye, but you can have your turret out the back and still shoot the missile through the front. So looking good as well. And yeah, on the other side, well, you know the thing, right? It's not that much of an explanation. I believe the smart plays must come from Mads this game, because we all know what the resistance swarm is able to do. There is no point in going through the list that is obviously interesting and obviously I mean you have to be skilled to play that for sure, but it's pretty much straightforward, right? You've got 3 attack dice on almost every ship, and those who are only with 2 attack dice are having abilities that are just very strong. Finn can basically do 3 out of 2 dice or 4 out of 3, and Rose can basically have 2 practically all the time. So looking very interesting for the Swarm. On the other side, you've got some, I mean, like hitting truck, which is Ray, can go with 4 dice onto basically every ship if you've got a target lock before you shoot. You can, I mean, you can shoot 3, add 1, spend 1, reroll. With the target lock that you just had, you can go over the debris clouds with Corcella and still be clearing every stress that you have. With the Tidal, you are a bit less um, catchable, I would say. And with those two uh, wingmates that are the A wings, the list is looking quite good. And welcome, Steve. Welcome to the chat. All right, so we are waiting for the next turn. I believe the only missing ship is Ray at this point. We are... Yeah, we have just reached the 1 hour left for this game. We'll see what players decide to do in about a minute. So I did understand that these are the last games for Denmark as they are going through the bid week, the bye week next week, and they played like 6 weeks in a row, which is amazing. Like in regards of like it's almost it's almost some kind of a like a sports competition, like at this point. All right, so they all did 2 banks, and yeah, all did 2 banks and focus, and the green one did go a bit faster and then chose to boost. Looking interesting because you might be able to see Ray, I mean block maybe, but for the moment you are just probably going to see her at range 1. There you go, and the problem with this position for Ray is that green is out of your arc and you don't want to be rotating the turret as your ability works only on the front arc, and then again if you boost you are probably going to make an A-wing bump, which is not looking that good. We will see what Mads did plan for this turn. So anyway, he will be boosting, stressing himself. And I believe, does he have arc onto the green one? I'm not quite sure. And ZZ fits? No, it's Tali, sorry. But then again, that doesn't change anything. Tali fits, but I don't think she will be able to see the green X-wing. Okay, so Mads is choosing violence here. Gets a focus, boosts, and is now in range for some punishment and some proton rockets onto Finn. It could look very dangerous for the resistance swarm, actually, and that was that's what I was worried about. Ray cannot see anything from her position. So with Zizi, you pretty much don't have the choice, but this is so close. You could have just shot Finn and tried to rip the focus out of him. But no, you are shooting the green X-Wing doing nothing as you have no modification. Might as well take some focus. Why not? You are not getting shot or evade. You're not getting shot, but... Alright, and now this is Tally's proton rocket onto Finn, maybe? Might have been better if you could shoot an X-Wing, but Finn is a good target as well. Alright, so... Proton rocket. You've got a focus. And this is looking quite good. You've got 3, and he's spending. Wow, it's so aggressive. I'm not quite sure. Oh, Marksmanship made that second crit. So Finn can add. Yeah, alright. So he will add a eye result and take a strain. If he doesn't do that, he's. No, he's not dead, but not looking good. So for now, it's only half. And this is a direct, so might have been enough. Proton rockets out of Tally. Finn is on 1 hull with a direct hit. And he is strained, but that's not that relevant as he will probably be getting the stress out next turn by doing like a 1 bank blue onto the right, for example. Okay, so Rose is able to see pretty much. Okay, so she sees Ray and she will be shooting at Ray, which means she will be shooting at herself as she is also in the Millennium Falcon right now. That's kind of a joke. Alright. So Ray will evade this by spending a force. Oh, it would be obstructed onto ZZ. It seems like Ranko is choosing Ray as well. Maybe debating. I did not see if he was changing anything. Okay, so yellow is Jessica, which is the reason why he re-rolled this. This is Ray as well, I believe, and Ray is taking 2 damage onto the shields. 1 and 2. Right. We then have Finn and Bastion. It looks like we are going to start with Finn, going at Ray, doing nothing. And then it will be Bastion. Is he in range? I did not have the time to see, but I believe he is doing 2 after spending the focus. And a double blink for Ray, which means last shield, first card. But Bastion is... No, that only works at range 1 to 2. Players often forget that. There you go, perfect. They did remember. It's only range 1 to 2, so Bastion's ability is quite strong but quite limited. Alright, so it was a first engagement that is pretty much for Ranko at this point, because trading almost a Finn for 4 damage onto Ray seems, I believe, better for... I would have said the resistance once again, but these players are playing resistance. Yeah, so just like... I believe doing some damage to Ray is better than almost getting Finn out of the game. So putting the green X-Wing in the position where he is right now was a very good thing to do with him, as he was getting a range 1 shot onto Ray that could not shoot him back. And after the boost that Ray just did, she wasn't able to see him. She bumped ZZ and made the engagement kind of weird for the triple initiative 5 list. So we will see what comes out of this first engagement with the current position of the ships. I mean, Tali's position is quite good because it... I mean, not quite sure actually. I would have said it would bump, probably make Finn bump, or maybe Pava bump, but I'm not so sure right now. So what would you be doing with Tali? My guess is that Ranko is not K-turning, so you might as well just K-turn yourself, maybe, with a 5K or 3 sloop to the right. Not so sure that it fits, but after some bank maneuvers, maybe it would. I mean, basically, Tali's attacking possibilities are kinda done at this point because you shot your proton rocket. So now it's ZZ's turn to put some damage with the clusters. And obviously Ray, for sure. But Ray isn't going to be in the fight for... I mean, that's I don't know. So Ray, you cannot see that because Ray, I mean, the Millennium Falcon is a huge ship, but there is a stress. Ray got stressed by doing a boost. So Ray has a stress. So you could 3 sloop to the left, then boost back because you would have 2 stress, so the Millennium Falcon title would be alive, and then boost, so you would have 3, and then next turn try and fit a blue maneuver, but that is risky because you would have the whole swarm to face. So the problem is, if you turn back to the fight, next turn you are facing the whole swarm. If you flee the fight, you are not doing what Ray needs to do, which is rolling hot fire. So this is a bit of a weird position to be in. I wonder how... I mean, there is a reason why Mads is struggling with Ray's dial right now. I believe this is the reason why this turn is taking... this planification is taking a bit longer than expected. It's because, like, it could be bad to take not the... I mean, a decision that would like cost some more good attack engagements. Because like A-Wings can resist some shots. But ZZ is facing the whole swarm. Tali could go behind but will not do so much by doing so. if she stressed herself, because like she could just four straight would be perfect, but next turn she will have to turn anyway. So I'm curious about what is going to happen, but Ranko is in a very good spot right now. Finn is clearing the maneuver. Bastion is not. Pava is, takes a focus. And Rose is as well taking a focus. The green X-Wing is going to Talon Roll. And now this is up to Denmark to play 3 hard for ZZ, and that clears. I believe the green X-Wing, I mean Ranko, chose to go as far back as possible. It was that close of bumping ZZ, but you did not catch the little A-Wing, unfortunately. So now you can rotate the arc. There you go. So the arc is going backwards after the focus, so you are stressed, but you've got some good range one shot onto the green X-Wing. 4 straight with Tally. He did not want to stress himself. Did rotate to the back with a focus prior to that. And Ray, what is Ray doing? She's doing a 2-bank to the right. Clearing the stress. Might want to take a focus right there, but that's dangerous for sure. Okay, so you have to face all 5 shots. Without any doubt. I believe a lot of those shots are obstructed. Maybe not Pava, maybe not Finn, but for sure Rose, if she's in range. And... oh no, Bastion, sorry. Bastion and Finn maybe not, but Pava, which is in yellow. Okay, so he did want to flee the fight. So did boost, actually. Has no attack. Then it's going to be ZZ. So is the shot onto Finn obstructed? So you might want to be shooting at Finn. But on the other end, you've got a range 1 onto an X-Wing that is pretty good looking. So I'm not sure why he doesn't trigger the attack arc at this point. Is there a reason why not to? Did I miss something maybe? I'm not sure. Or did TTS... oh, okay, okay, I see. He was debating over choosing to go first with Tally or with ZZ, I believe. He's shooting Rose. Interesting choice. Rose has many rerolls, 2 actually. Not that good of a roll because you can only go with 1. So that's 2 onto Rose, and she will have a reroll to try and have some focus or evade on the dice. Oh, rerolled both. That's okay. That's lucky for sure. That was brave because getting a 2 blank would have been Rose at 2 HP, which was half. Oh man, thank you for the raid. Polska X-Wing. Hello, welcome. Thank you for hosting. Hope you had a good stream. Hello there, greetings from Polska. Yeah! Sending good vibes. Welcome, welcome. Take a seat. We are on a resistance. We are on a resistance mirror matchup. And it is the turn where Ranko's ships do not want to take any damage. Alright, so this is Denmark against Serbia. 2-1 for Denmark right now. So could be a deciding game, whether it's one away for Denmark to win the round, or if Serbia closes the score. Oh man, those defense dice on this turn are amazing. So basically on the left you've got Denmark playing the triple I5 resistance list, Ray, Zizi and Tali, and on the right you've got Ranko playing the mini swarm of the resistance with Rose, Finn, an X-Wing Initiative 3, Jessica and Lieutenant Bastian. Welcome everyone. Thank you again for the host. Really appreciate. Hope you had a good stream. So whose shot was this? Okay, so this was Pava. Oh, I double blank on Ray. So that's another 2 damage, and I believe this is half at this point. Yeah, this is 47 points. The big ship is bleeding a bit. No shot for Finn. Thank you for all the follows. Oh man, that's a lot. I hope you like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, because you're going to have
This is the way.
This is the way. You're going to have them a lot. Alright, so this was the end of the turn. Maybe I'll just like lower the volume a bit so that you are not getting annoyed by this alert. I'm not used to getting a lot of follows this way, but thank you again. Really appreciate. So yeah, end of the turn. No points scored for Mads at this point, but Ranko did do a very good job of taking half of Ray. She's now 5 away from dying and not in a very good position. Just a reminder, Ray did not attack once for now. So not looking very good. And the A-Wings are pretty much behind everyone and stressed. So not looking very good to punish the X-Wings and pods right now, as they are probably all going to the right to try and catch Rey, see if they can maybe kill her in the next turn, which would be fantastic for Ranko and Serbia, obviously. Love me a bit of Rey. A bit of Rey. Alright, so it seems we are ready for Serbia, and I believe we are ready for both players. So 36 minutes remaining, and Finn fits amazingly in this position. The focus for him. And Bastian is used to getting bumped, so anyway, that is okay. Jessica is going 3 hard to the right, and Rose might be going slower, maybe 1 bank, because 2 hard would go on the cloud. So the X-Wing is choosing to follow the friends. Kotor, this is the way. Louder! Okay, Rose did try 2 bank, but this was a bumping anyway. Alright. Rey did go straight. Will she get a shot before she dies? He did go 3 straight, so did not clear the stress. And he is choosing to boost. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, this was stupid. I would have boosted to the right, but anyway, that's not a maneuver, so it would have failed, as you cannot boost over obstacles for sure. Alright, so Tali did go too hard to the left, so not in a great spot, as she will be facing the whole swarm next turn for sure. but at this point you have to try things. So I wouldn't say it's an error for sure, but I mean, it looks bad if you consider next turn, but anyway, A-wings are maneuverable, so you might just one hard and barrel boost. That sounds like a plan. Okay, so Tali is taking a target lock. Why not? She's in range, she's not taking shots, she's not shooting anyway. So the yellow X-wing is Jessica Pava. The green one is the classic, the Initiative 3, and the red one is Lieutenant Bastian. Right, so ZZ is pretty much doing the same, too hard to the left. I mean, it's even better taking a target lock with ZZ if you consider the cluster missiles. But he will double reposition, I believe. Or just take rotate maybe. Yeah, okay. So barrel rotate gets a stress, but next turn can easily clear that. So you still got a shot onto Pava, which means Pava has a shot on you, and that is a bit scary. So Ray is going to shoot for the first time of the game. Has a target lock. We'll use it right away to reroll 1 or 2. That's the question. Because you can still use the force even though you cannot use it on blinks as the ship that you attack is not up the front. Did try and have those 3 damage and did get those 3 damage. Are you taking a shield onto Pava to have a double modded shot? I believe at this point you do. I mean, you can be really defensive with those X-wings, but I believe, yeah, I believe this is the correct choice. Oh no, maybe sorry, he spent. I was saying do not spend, but he spent. Okay, he's being really defensive, which is not bad for sure. So that's 2 crits. It was close to being 3. The ability. I mean, this was the correct choice. If you consider the dice right now, this was the correct choice. Only getting 1 evade, so we'll be taking a crit and use Rose's ability to take a target lock once again onto Pava. And the crit is Hull Breach. Ouch. This is not the one you like to see when Ray is sitting on 4 HP. That is for sure.
We gotta finish about this.
Alright, I believe this will be the only shots that are trading Pava and Ray, because all the others are a bit too far. Alright, so a bit more than 30 minutes remaining. For your information, I believe this is what FYI stands for. For your information, Ray should never turn away. Ray should never turn away. Unless that turn involves a sloop. Yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you mean, yeah. I understand that. Yeah, because like it's too much to go back and after that you are being followed like every time, which makes I mean Ray is good when you joust. But at this point I'm not quite sure. I mean there are some conditions you can use to your advantage, but jousting this list even with Ray is quite scary, right? Because you've got such an amount of dice and modification-ish to take that it's pretty much looking bad, right? I mean, I'm not an expert of any of those two lists, of any resistance matchup or anything, and even more. I'm not an expert of Ray, but like I don't know. I'm a bit lost in this kind of game, right? Because this is hard to imagine. I mean, the meta did evolve in such a way that those two lists are pretty much living in different timelines. So this is weird looking to see those two face up. I mean, that's only my opinion. So, but all right. So it seems Ray is double stressed, so still able to perform some boosts, but she will not be able to clear those stress in her current position, as she is facing towards the edge of the mat, and those blue on this ship are not looking very good in this position. Alright, so yeah, Ranko is pretty much setting up the net to catch Ray. Ray is doing a 3 hard, so Finn might miss, Rose might miss, maybe Bastion is a bit far, but I'm not quite sure of that. Pava might be out, and green is probably in range. Ray and fireballs. Don't forget Merle Carbon. The little guy that could, yeah. So ZZ is doing a 2-bank, yeah, 2-bank to clear the stress. Not in a very good position though. Okay, so she's taking a lock, and once again, he's not attacking. So, I mean, you can boost after that. So basically, that's okay. Good old Merle. Alright, so do you have range 2? Maybe. So you might be able to launch some cluster missiles. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, hello. Hello, little one. Charlie is facing everyone at the moment. So, does Mads count on the fact that Ranko is aiming to shoot and try to kill Ray? So he stays here pretty, like, it's a ballsy move, right? This game, I believe, is a win for Ranko from the outset on paper. Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's in a good position right now. That's for sure. So this is Ray with 3 dice attack, spending a force. No, yeah, no. No, just recovered 1 from last turn. Okay. Miles doesn't have the damage output even with the ordnance to punch through the defensive mods on rank list. Yeah. Alright, so gets 1, spends the target lock, gets another 1, use the last one to lock once again, and Pava will evade both of those hits. Pava is still untouched for the moment. So now this is ZZ. Is it range 2? It is. It is. Alright, so 3 dice from the cluster missiles. Looking decent. You can spend the lock for sure. And get another one. That's looking good. So he attacked the green X-Wing, which is the non-limited pilot that has heroic and better use it. But the question is, why is he rolling? Oh, because the unobstructed shot is on Pava. So he did lose 2 shields out of this attack. And ZZ is spending another charge of cluster and attacking Rose, that will get both reroll. Oh! And there you go! Pretty decent use of those ZZ cluster missile attacks. Pretty amazing one, actually. And I believe we had a bit of struggle with the internet, so I'm back. Don't worry, it was on my side. Alright, so I don't know where we ended I mean, before the bug, but anyway, Rose did take 1 damage. So what Zizi did here is taking a lock, getting the first attack out of those cluster missiles, spending the lock to guarantee the maximum hits, take a focus because she attacked, get the second shot from the clusters, and then spend the focus because she is not taking any shots this turn. So really well played and really good use of those clusters. But then again, you can do only you can do that only twice in a game. That would be ridiculous if you could do more than that, but this was good use. So basically, Green did take 2 shields out of this attack, and Rose did lose a shield. So now this is Tally's turn to shoot. Could try and kill Finn in this position. Could try and do damage to Rose, but she's got rerolls. Could try and do some more damage to Green, as you've got marksmanship. That's the same on Bastion, I believe. But Green is range 1, so that's a bit better. Okay, so he is splitting fire a bit. Alright. I'm not quite sure I understand why, to be honest, but he must see something that I don't. Maybe he would have liked to put the focus away from Bastion, which is pretty menacing at the moment, but not worth taking that shot. Rose will take nothing. Yeah, for sure. She's got rerolls, which is obviously looking very good for her, but I mean, you never know. He got a shield. He got a shield. I mean, I know that we've got some 90 seconds delay, but alright, so Rose can have a reroll from that, and she'll get another one. Looking good. And 2-3 evades for our friend Tally. Alright, so that was the first Initiative 3 ship. Now, who is this? So this is the green X-Wing, I believe? Procket green. Oh, Procket is already out. I mean, once again, there is 90 seconds delay, but... alright. So green is in Tally's bullseye, so this is the reason why she's rolling 4, but rolling 4 is not enough to not take damage. So basically, you spend to take only 1, or you do not spend and you lose both ships. Shields, sorry. So just takes 1 on Tally. So this was green, now this is Pava. Oof. So Pava is out of focus, but she can use her ability, and she definitely got 3 allied ships at range 1. Return. I'd still try kill green. Yeah. So this is 3 going on to Tally. And Tally will take 1. There you go. So that's half of Tally, which is now 72 for Ranko, to 16 for Mads. 16 is half of Finn. So you can try and shoot Ray with Bastion. Or you can just... oh, Bastion... No heroic, so... That's just a triple blank. That's just some sad triple blank, not the happy triple blank. Alright. So, a bit less than 20 minutes remaining. We've got 16 for Denmark, 72 for Serbia in this fourth game of this round between those two teams. Alright. So probably a turn where Ray is having a bit of okay, so I'll just be off for just a few seconds. I have to read something quite important. Yeah, just before that, Ray is probably taking hot fire right now. Tali is probably going through the the, the crowd that is just in front of her, and ZZ can just like choose straight or something like that to try and launch another double attack with cluster missiles. So we'll see what Ranko does to avoid taking that much damage. Okay, so it seems like we are going. I'll read the thing a bit later. Okay, so Finn is doing it too hard and taking a focus. Bastion is going quite fast, 3 I believe, and he will take probably a focus with that. And thank you for the follow, really appreciate it. And Bastion is boosting, so he did 4 actually, 4 straight. And he boosted to try and catch Ray. Oh, maybe Pava did go a bit fast. Yeah, it might have been too fast for... I mean, that's if you count on... Like, if he bumped on Bastion, if Ray bumped on Bastion, that's too fast. If Ray did go really fast, that's enough. But no, so Pava is not shooting this round. Ray is going to have to hard turn in and rotate. Yeah, that did not go as planned. Off to work, good luck both, particularly Ray. Thanks for streaming. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for participating in the chat. Hope you have a good day. I mean, good day, good night, good work, whatever. Have a good thing you're gonna do. Alright. Thank you for the follow, really appreciate it. Alright, so Tali did go through the crowd, and ZZ is in a position where she can basically, yeah, launch another 2 clusters out of what would be good at this point. Pava did not take anything. Green, maybe green. You take a target lock to green, and then you shoot out, like, I don't know, Rose, Finn. I mean, shooting at Rose seems not that good as long as she's got friends close to her, right? But she will have reroll while shooting Ray, so if you strip the focus, that's not looking that bad. I never know. I never know how to deal with this. Alright, so alright, so this is Ray shooting at the green one with those cluster missiles, and she will get 2. And green will have to spend if he wants to evade, and will, without any doubt, Zizi is taking a focus, and then the bonus attack will go on. Yeah, will go on Rose. So that's all of cluster missiles charges, and the attack is not looking as good as the previous turn, though it's not that bad. Before I go, Ray only clears one stress, not all she bumps. Yeah, you are correct. I don't. Did they remove both? Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Alright, I'll just have a judge on this. So this is... Where are they? Alright, so I'll just warn some judge. Let me just see that they did not remove every stress. Okay, they did remove every stress. Alright, so oh, okay, he recovered the stress, but this was panicked pilot, I believe. No, maybe not. Hull breach. No, okay. Well, never mind. Okay, it seems like they are dealing with it. So, no problem at all. Okay, what did I miss? Rose did not take anything from the second shot of those cluster missiles. Ray is shooting at Rose. Alright. Only has one. So basically, it's not going to hit. Yep, absolutely not. Spending a blank to add a target lock. Ray had 3 stress? Yeah, because she did a 3 hard and rotate, which led to a 3rd stress. Okay, that's good. It's settled down. So this is Tali shooting at Rose once again. Wants to see Rose dead. And Rose is dead, actually. That's unfortunate rerolls for Rose that will just kill Rose at this point. So this is now a 31 point game as we are going to the last 10 minutes. So green is a non-limited ship. And he will, I mean, crits or hits, that doesn't change anything at this point because she has a hull breach. But still, you. Oh, it's a focus result and a crit result. I thought it was a hit. My bad. She has Corcella crew. You are correct, but Corcella only works if you completely execute the maneuver. So you have to fully execute it to allow Corcella to trigger. Okay, so I don't know who shot. I believe it's Finn at this point. So yeah, because Finn has a strain now, and so it's a crit no matter what because of the hull breach, and this is a damaged engine. And Ray is 3 hull from dying. And I believe I just lost connection once again. Alright, we are back. Sorry for that. This was my internet connection once again. 10 points for Gryffindor. First. Just rejoined, missed the move. Alright, so it seems like Ray is living to fight another day. But Tali is not in a good position for next turn. Zizi is though, but Ray might continue to have painful turns. I mean, we saw earlier that Ray did have some struggle to perform attacks. Now she attacked, like, can you show the mouse? Yeah, you can. So she attacked once through the back, a second time when she was here with the turret this way, and now a third time, basically this turn with the attack on Rose. So, what happened now is even though Ray shot 3 times this game, do note that Ray did not shoot, at least for once, with the front arc attack. This is massive at this point. Because Finn did not trigger any time at this point. But on the other hand, ZZ got those 4 cluster missiles charges out, and Tali did the same with the Proton rockets. So, yeah. I mean, this will be the final word for this game. No, not that bad, not that good. But I believe this is still Ranko's game right now because at this point losing Rose is not that much of a big deal because you still got 4 ships. Even though that is true, ZZ going behind every other ship is quite menacing. It's looking good for the A-Wings when they are hunting for praise. And this is basically what is happening right now. Finn did go 2 straight, cleared the strain and put himself close to Bray. Yellow is probably bumping almost every single one of those straight banks maneuvers, and green will seal the deal, so it will probably be Bastion. I mean, you probably shoot with Finn, then give a lock with Bastion. Oh no, but Bastion already has a lock. Is it logical that Bastion has a lock? Not really. Okay, so it could end up mattering, because Bastion only gets a lock if he's range 1 to 2. So Bastion shouldn't have a lock, because last turn he was the one bumping Ray, right? Is it relevant to warn someone for that? It might be, I believe I'll call a judge for that. I'll just warn a judge with that. And if I'm not correct, that's could be okay. Could be okay. Finn is getting 1, so can strain himself. Can strain himself. Yeah, okay, so he only wants... Oh, I mean, yeah, he's dead anyway, so... Yeah, that was the... That seals the deal. So Finn dies here. Finn is dead no matter what. It was a damaged engine. You never know. Could be relevant to know. I mean, both damage... Oh no, this was on Ray. The previous one was on Ray. So you can shoot Bastion. I mean, it's like pretty much the only one you can shoot with the position of the turret right now. Alright, so this is Bastion now. Yeah, shouldn't have the lock. Not... I mean, it did... Like, it's not mattering. Anyway. It's only 1 damage. Alright, so, he can have lock. She took damage last round. Alright. Who might have a point with this? Okay, but anyway, after spending the lock, that's 0 damage to the thing, so... That's, like... That's of no use, anyway. So... Basically, nothing just happened. So 3 minutes remaining, and Mads did close the distance for a bit. 56 to 72. And yeah, so Bastion now took a lock, obviously, because Ray did take a damage card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep. And the last one is Stunned Pilot. So let me add that. Stunned Pilot. There you go. Perfect. Alright. So I know that Bastion took a lock, so that I don't do mistakes on the future. Stun Pilot onto Ray. Ray is now on 2 hull. Finn died this turn, courtesy of ZZ. Bastion did lose those 3 shields. Important, not missing that. Bastion is 1 away from half. Green is 2 away from half with 2 shields down. Pava is still untouched. Those X-Wing might want to perform some 4K next turn. Ray is fully modified if you consider force. And it is the last turn. So basically, looking at the points, if you take half of Bastion, it's 24. Do you have enough with 24? You have enough with 24. You go to 80 points. So if you take half of Bastion, 80 points. If you take half of green, that's 22, and it is enough as you go to 78. Alright. But Bastion bumped Ray, and he works 1, 2, not 0, 2. Yeah, maybe, but maybe I was wrong, and last turn he took a target lock. That's also a possibility that I missed something. I'm far from being perfect, and this is the kind of trigger that I'm missing too often, to be honest. And you are correct. That did not change anything because he rerolled 3-0 into 3-0. All right. So basically, taking any half for Mads here is winning the game, as long as you are not losing anything. On the other hand, you basically have to guarantee that Ray is surviving. Because if she dies, you cannot win. Because it is 46... No, 47. 47 points. 47 points for 47 points for Ranko. And even if you take Bastion, which is 47 points, you are still 16 points away from winning Queen. Sorry. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate. So then again, the calculations are quite simple. No one loses half or loses. Or Ray doesn't die. I mean, like Ray doesn't die, Tali doesn't die, ZZ doesn't lose half, and you have to kill. No, not to kill. Sorry, to halve pretty much anything Bastion or the Red Squadron expert. That is pretty much your work for this last turn if you are mad. On the contrary, if you are Ranko, your goal is to keep your advantage, obviously. So maybe try and block Ray is a good option. So Ray cannot hard turn as she's got some damaged engine. She's got some stun pilots, so might want to avoid this gas cloud. So going straight isn't an option. I bet he remembers the crit. I hope. I believe. So basically, you want to try and block Ray and guarantee that Bastion clears the maneuver and then takes a double modded shot onto Ray. Like, losing half of Bastion for Ranko is not that bad if you kill Ray with this. Alright, so I'm curious to see what Ranko expects Ray to do now. Cannot too hard and boost because... Oh, you are... No, you are correct. She can too hard and boost because it would be the third stress with the boost. Yep. And A-Wings chase for points. Yeah. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. She can do that stressed or she can do... She doesn't care. Yeah. You're correct. You're correct. Alright, so X-Wings are in position to block any straight maneuvers or bank to the left maneuvers. Now the question is, did Mads plan his turn as you just mentioned in the chat? So Tali is in a good position, but could be dead at the end of the turn if green rolls good. Okay, so ZZ is going to fight. I believe if you want Ray to avoid if you want Ray to go to the right, you have to boost in this situation. Maybe focus boost? It looks like we are going to see a focus boost. Yeah, she's stressed, but that's not a big deal because she has a stress, so she can perform a red, which is white obviously, but going red with the damaged engine, she can red too hard and then red boost as she has 2 stress or less. 2 or fewer stress. Oh, she 3 banked. That's not going through, so Ray is bumping, but has only 1 shot to take. But on the other hand, the only shot on Pava is... Pava is stressed. She's not strained. I cannot see a strain token, so I believe Ranko did roll a blank or a crit. Alright. Okay, so it is the initiative 5, sorry, streaming. I'm tired. Shooting. So starting with Ray. Ray has 2 force. Might want to keep them, and you can now. Okay, well, okay. So you've got a target lock, so that's not looking that bad. We'll see how it ends. And it's a hit and a crit. So when Jessica is attacking, you can spend the force on blanks, which is looking very good actually, because she's in the front arc attack. And it seems like oh, so Ray did spend everything. I had another bug, so apologies for that. Connection seems to be quite bad tonight. So I did not see how many damage Bastion took. I believe it was 2. Disabled power regulator, pretty much doing nothing, this crit. 1, 2, but Bastion is halved. So at this point, and for now, she cannot hard, she can sloop. Oh, you are correct. Yeah, you are correct. Because it is red, it would have done a 2 straight. I'm tired. Yeah, definitely. Alright, so disable power regulator on Bastion, but that is not really useful. What is that Bastion is halved, so now it is Mads ahead by 8 points. But you know what they say, right? 1 point or 200, that's not what matters. What matters is winning, and for now, it is Mads winning. So, the question is, what do you do with both A-wings? Do you try and kill Bastion, which is not enough to guarantee the win, even though Ray would die? Or do you go at Pava, which doesn't make any sense, but might be some kind of a mind game where you force Ranko to use his ability on defense to cancel the thing in attack? I mean, yeah. First of all, you start with Tali. It is a range 1 shot onto Pava, and you see what happens. What happens is 2 hits and the advanced optics focus for 3. And Pava is getting absolutely nothing. Do you spend the charge on Pava? No, you don't. You absolutely don't. So this is Pava losing all her shields. I mean, I believe Ranko has the winning condition in mind, so he is not committing Pava's ability. Mads is another time shooting at Pava. Not a great roll, because you can do only 2 if you spend, and he spends. Pava will be halved, but once again, it's not that great, because that does not prevent Ranko from winning the game if he kills Ray. He has 1 shot to do that, 3 attack dice against 1, but Ray has nothing in defense. You can use. Ray is on 2 hull. You guaranteed it. You win. Ray dies right there, no matter what. And he rolled a blank, so Ray dies here. And this is a game for Ranko. It is 106 to 119. GG to Ranko and to Team Serbia for taking this game. This was very intense. The couple last turns were like the kind of turn you are hoping. Like, it looks like the end of any sports game where both teams are getting ahead of each other. So yeah, really was looking good. So anyway, this is already 1 for Serbia, but we are going through what I believe is, yeah, it was the last shot. It was Bastion, and it will seal the deal for this game. So I believe we are going through a 2-2 between Serbia and Denmark. So I'll give you the results of the betting, but I believe as no one bet for oh, yeah, I don't know. Ranko did win the game. GG to him. Not quite sure you are getting anything from the bets, but yeah, I mean pretty much like the one that bet just gave did get back those credits. But anyway, thank you for following the stream. Hope you liked the game. We will be back on Sunday. There you go if you want to see when we are streaming. I will be back on Sunday for more France against the Netherlands. GG to both players and to both teams. This is really a tied round. It will be interesting for sure. If you want to see the end of this round, it will happen tonight, as Denmark and Serbia are playing all of their games, kinda all of their games today. So if you want to see the end of this series, you might just want to go and search for the streamers that are getting those games live, because it's going to be interesting for sure. So thank you for everything, thank you for participating, for the follows, and I hope you liked the thing. We are going back live Sunday, and see you then. Have a good night, or day, or like whenever you're watching this. Goodbye, and have a pleasant moment.